This is Jonah Hill, and you're listening to the only podcast that matters.
Throw gang. We are joined by the Fatigue Pharaoh, Lauren Schlossman, and myself, the two-tone Titan, James Harris. No, that's not a reference to my race. That is a reference to a project we're going to talk about. Welcome to the weekly Running of the Boys, with today's full episode only available on patreon.com/throwingfits. Lawrence, how was your first week on TikTok?
Meghan Markle is like, I don't identify as black, I identify as two-tone. You could rebrand
two-tone,
biracial. You could rebrand a lot of fucking hurtful words with two-tone, though I guess that would also be offensive.
Yeah,
for a lot of people.
You should probably move off this before you save it for behind the paywall, Lawrence. Save the hate speech for behind the paywall.
It's not hate speech.
How was your week?
It's good. Can I get a we outside?
Oh, from me?
Yeah, can I get we outside? Thank you.
Yo, I know that it was a hectic week for you on TikTok because I worked so hard to get the Throwing Fits TikTok account. We now are, shared joint custody.
Your baby.
Yeah, we shared joint custody though.
It's more of a you and Robbie thing.
Yeah, but I wanted you to like familiarize yourself with the app and everything going on there. And it's so funny because like the algo, after me being on it, it's like cooking, it's like funny shit, and it's like kind of like white boy send it, like full send type shit.
White boy swag.
Some black TikTok, which is always, a blessing. But unfortunately not enough for on my For You page yet. And then you get on it and we fucking reset back to zero and we're back on horny straight TikTok. And it's just like hot 17-year-old just fucking doing like sexy challenges. So
I know you.
Thank you for that. You fucking wiped the slate clean.
I killed the algo, the only man to beat the algo. I know you had your big fucking gotcha moment, and I guess that was it. But I literally
gotcha moment. That's
signed in. Let me explain why I am not the culprit for manslaughtering the algo. I signed in. Right. You're like, don't do your own account. Here's the login information for TikTok. I signed in. I like whatever popped up was and then I closed it. I was scared and I closed it and I might have signed back in twice to watch TikToks because you will send them to the chat to ask if they're good enough for Instagram. You're doing a heat check in the group chat. And I click on those and that's, so it's you, maybe it's your TikToks that are to blame.
My horniness has made the algo malfunction.
Yeah, you've broken it. You've broken it like a fembot, as seen in Austin Powers.
I'm putting the male fun in malfunction.
But I will say that I'm basically the conversation that we had where you were like imploring me. I mean, really, you were screaming at me in my face to get on TikTok. While I haven't been using TikTok as much as you would like, it has opened the door to me for getting on new apps, generally speaking.
Like what?
Like Letterboxd and then Dispo, obviously,
Grindr?
is
You're on Grindr now?
No, not Grindr. But I will say that I think that what you affected me in theory, but maybe not as specifically as you would have liked.
Inertia is our greatest enemy. That's really what it is, right? Like I think that you and I
moving forward is terrifying.
Yeah, our complacency is our biggest fucking enemy.
Well, it's a comfort zone.
And it's only natural when it's like winter hibernation. We're fucking cooped up. Obviously, there's a pandemic happening. It's still there's still a panini, right?
Let's not forget that.
Despite how many 25-year-olds Cuomo tries to grope, there's still a fucking pandemic happening. But yeah, so but things are opening up, and you know what? We outside.
We hung out today, and before we get into the many trials and tribulations of the goddamn motherfucking boys, really today was neither of those things. To be honest, today was a glorious, beautiful day outside. But let's do a fit check. And I know you changed up your swag when we got home.
I changed my shoes. What are you talking about?
Is that not the first part of any fit check? Is that not the foundation of every loadout?
What is a loadout, by the way?
Loadout, it's like a gamer term for like your loadout in Counter-Strike or Call of Duty or whatever, which is why Chuck was like, oh, I should have thought of that. When it's, yeah, motherfucker, you should have. You should be tweeting. But anyway, what was your loadout today?
I hope Chuck's doing all right. All right, so before, when we were outside doing our thing, which we'll get into and making a fucking David, it was the Aurlegache Monos, the tan boys, the off-white boys on the feet. some Nike socks, some SK Manor Hill. Dom, we owe you an email. Sorry about that. The
coming to an inbox near you, Dom.
Yeah, the mismatched piping. I think there was a production error, and that's why they were so cheap.
No way.
You think the fucking mismatched mariachi stripes down the side is intentional?
That's swag. I thought it was a kind of EG. Dom is famously from EG University.
He's in that universe. I mean, we got to talk to him about what the whole Dike.
But I thought it was an intentional mismatch. You think it's a production error?
Well, they were
even more rare.
They were in the front. Yeah, they're 1-on-1.
Even more rarer.
Where they were in the friends and family sale, which is like a lot of production error, a lot of quality control,
seconds, as they say in the industry, seconds,
floppy seconds. But the velour joints with my thing, and like I'm Paris Hilton in 03.
Yeah, juicy.
Yo, it's springtime, so I bust out the fucking Legace short sleeve. This shit's based off a cafe napkin,
really,
which is kind of fire. I mean, feel it. It's got some heft. It's got some weight.
Oh yeah, that's a little. That feels like burlap, dog.
Yeah, it's got some texture for sure.
Yo, I love a swaggy napkin. So I've definitely seen. I feel like many a napkin in my global travels where I was like, yo, I would love this to be blown up into shirt form. I think this
is spring 20 when they based their whole collection around like
napkins,
around cafe culture, like European.
Oh, okay,
culture,
that makes sense.
Which might fit in so nicely at fucking ALD today.
That's some fucking conceptual genius, dude. Courtesy of the Joker. Thank you for my free boots, which are on the way, baby.
I had the Needles trucker, the Needles fucking like dark green trucker on. I love that shit.
Banger.
And then the piece de resistance.
I want to take his face.
I want to take this hat off. I want to take my hat off to Fantasy Explosion. Yeah, the hair's a mess.
The newest member of the Blackbird Spy Plane Club.
Up in the rafters.
Shout out
Kevin.
Kev. We always shout out Kev. Kevin needs to just come on the pod. You get so many fucking free
Kevin
shout
needs
outs.
to fucking curate his own goddamn Throwing Fits collection once and for all. Kevin, I know your dental's good.
Which, by the way, if you're a paying patron or you're not, where are we right now?
7 minutes.
If you're a paying patron or you're not, or you're a lazy paying patron and you don't check the actual Patreon blog, East West private sale now, 25% off.
25% off. And
New Johns
spring summer 2021.
What?
This is that old fucking it's shit that people rifled through and passed over. This is this just hit shelves.
New EG, new Orslo,
new 316,
new 316.
All right, yo. So Kevin posted this shit at the height of our Face Off fandom, which is only going to grow.
Oh yeah. Oh, exponentially.
And I was like, yo, I need that. And he's like, yo, my phone's overheating with DMs right now. I was like, how much? He told me the price. I was like, I bet.
Did you get a homie deal?
Yes, I believe so because, well, actually, I don't know, but when the fucking phone is it's like iPhone is too hot to continue, let it cool down.
Yeah.
That's what it was on. I was like, all right, say less.
Name your price.
Venmo immediately, and then Hanes boxers.
Nice. I wore. It was a beautiful today is spring. It's a spring of deception moment. So I had to break out the Belgionis. I'm wearing some thin dress socks that are also they also reflect the temperature. A thin little sock because the dog still gets sweaty when it's what is today, high of 54? What was today?
It was like mid 60s. You fucking
what?
Shitting me?
Are you kidding me?
You shitting me?
Anyway, so I didn't want to be too sweaty in the Belgians as they're about to get a lot of work in. So I got these no name fucking thin black dress socks on. Excuse me.
You having a stroke?
Yeah. My loadout's got me fucking bugging, dude. I'm glitching out. The loadout has me glitching out. Levi's 501 jeans, vintage.
Are these the cake joints? They make your cakes
no,
cake?
That's the other pair. Not these. These are
a break in case of cake emergency.
No, exactly. And then the shirt is a Gitman vintage Bengal stripe shirt.
Fucking Gitman spring summer 21.
Yes, also in the sale.
25% off on East West.
Yeah.
You shitting me?
The Rolly is on its way back to me. Thank God. So I can
weeks now.
So I can be morally superior for no reason whatsoever. So but today it's still the Seiko while that is in transit. Supreme Barber, Relax Lacrosse, Wake Forest. The game hat. Yo, here's a question I had for you. We're going to be asking each other a lot of questions today.
Yes.
That is the nature of our show. But I wanted to ask you, this is a little bit loaded, but who is the most famous Vassar alumni all time? First question.
Meryl Streep.
Oh my God. And then who is the most famous, and Meryl Streep is still working today, but who's a famous young person that would be more in your age bracket? Is it you? And that's the question.
No, it's not me.
Oh, it's not you.
Absolutely not.
I don't know what kind of talent comes out of Vaseline.
Probably her daughter, who is like an actress,
my
who was,
God.
like, in the newsroom. Lisa Kudrow, not young, but like